working on Excel multi-project 1. Currently we're on project 3, ice cream. Task 1 asks us to go ahead and replace all the occurrence of Choco with chocolate. And the key word here that you want to see is workbook. So we're on the home tab. We're going to click the find and select up here at the top, and we're going to click replace. Now we need to click the options drop down here, because you see right here it says sheet, but we want workbook. We want to replace everything in this entire file. So we'll go ahead and we'll type in Choco, and we'll put in chocolate, and we'll click replace all. Now watch over here, it will change this, and it's done that through the entire workbook. So we've gone ahead, we'll click close now, we'll click mark completed, and we'll move on to task 2. It tells us to stay on the cost worksheet, and it's going to tell us to repeat the rows containing the company logo and the column headings. So we have the logo up here, and this is our column headings. So we're going to go to page layout, and there are a few ways to go ahead and do this. But from the page layout, I'm going to go to page setup, and I'm going to open up the dialog box, and then I'm going to go to sheet here. And then right here it says rows to repeat at the top. We'll go ahead and click that, and we'll select 1, 2, and 3, rows 1, 2, and 3. And we'll click OK. We'll click mark completed. Task 3 asks us to go ahead and go to the profits worksheet. So we'll go ahead and do that, and it's going to tell us to insert a formula that displays the number of sales greater than 250. Now, so we need to go ahead and go to B28 where it tells us to put our cursor. Now, I want you to be cautious of this on this project and even on the certification test. Please do not hand key in any formulas. I encourage you to use the function builder right here. You can also do that from here, but do not start a formula manually, because you might not put quotation marks in. There's a lot that you can miss with commas. So just for your safety, click the insert function button. And it does not tell us which formula to use. It expects you to know that we need to use the count if. So it's here on a recently used function, but up here we can type that count if, and we can click go, and it's going to pull up other formulas that are very similar to that. And we'll go ahead and click OK. It tells us to select our range, which is sales. So let's go ahead and go back into the top so we can see our column headings, and we're going to go ahead and select all of the numbers in sales, and we can let go, and it's going to ask us what the criteria is, and it's the sales that are greater than 250. So we'll go ahead and put the greater than symbol, 250. We'll click OK, and notice that it populates with 9. So 9 of those sales are greater than 250. We'll click mark completed, and we're going to task 4. It tells us to modify the chart over here on the profits worksheet and change it so that we flip the horizontal axis. So what we need to do is we're going to select this chart. Anytime you select a chart like this in Excel, you're going to go ahead and get special tabs at the top. Chart tools, we're going to go to the design tab, and this one's pretty simple. We're just going to click switch row column, and notice how the data changed and it just flipped it. It's the same information, just presented in a different way. We'll click mark completed, and then task 5 asks us to go ahead and modify the chart so that on the profits worksheet so that the legend appears on top. Now there are a few ways to do this. With this chart still selected, I could go over here to add chart elements and go to legend and do that change here. I'm going to show you one other way. If you scroll up here, if you notice as I'm hovering that this appears, I'm going to click add, that little plus sign, and it gives me all of the same things that I just showed you over there. And we're going to click this arrow, and we're going to click top, and notice it pushes that legend to the top. We'll click mark completed.